Or I don't know, guys, how you are seeing me. Um, are you seeing me in the landscape mode or portrait mode? I'm not sure. I'm trying to read a message. Hello, Geraldine. I'm sorry, honey. I was trying to set this up for uh, portrait mode. So I basically could leave my phone on the tripod, and it's not working. I don't know why, but hmm, it's not. Very weird. So, how are you? I'm okay, I guess. I can't complain. Couple of interesting things I would really like to get a feel for what people are thinking right now. There's just so much going on in each state, and especially my state, here in Pennsylvania. Your usual peps. Well, you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you one darn bit. So I'm sitting outside at my picnic table. Um, I figured, why not? I also want to see if anything happens when I'm out here past 8 o'clock, because apparently in my town, um, and this was completely unbeknownst to me and other people too, the city gave firemen or some people that have something to do with the fire company the authority to, on a nice day, basically drive around, and if they see kids in a yard playing or several people sitting out, they will basically tell them they need to be so many feet apart. Now, the only issue I have with that is one, that these people may not all live together. So, by assuming that they don't, they're making themselves look like idiots. And number two, they're not police. It isn't their job to be driving around Hazelton, checking people's yards to see what everyone is doing. So I'm a little puzzled, like, what is going on with all of that? That's just crazy. So my son showed me today. I went out for a little walk. He showed me today the house in question and the yard in question. These people have a trampoline for their kids. These people also have several small children. So you're randomly driving by and you see this family outside. Why would you just take it upon yourself to assume, oh, their friends are over and you've got to sit so many feet away from each other? That's like ridiculous. So I think the reason I wanted to have this chat tonight is get a feel for what do most people consider drawing the line? Like, how far should someone go to enforcing things? It's a very touchy subject, I know. One of my subs asked me today what I thought about um, the protesters in Harrisburg. And I said, I'll talk about it during the chat. I didn't want to discuss it on my kitty love video because it would have taken up probably 2 pages. Now, right off the bat, a lot of folks are, calling them idiots and this and that. And that's, see, it's a very touchy subject. I think a majority of these people that are protesting are just very, very frustrated. They want to go back to work. They may be worried their job isn't going to be there at some point for them to go back to. And sitting at home waiting on benefits that you don't even know if you're actually getting. I mean, my Ronnie is a perfect example. This week he should do his biweekly claim, but he hasn't even received a penny from anything. So I understand a lot of people are very frustrated. How could you not be? Your home, your money is probably gone or dwindling. And there's a lot of people who still did not get stimulus payments. So is due, your bills are due, you need groceries, and there's just like no money coming. What are people going to think? Well, to hell with this. I want to go back to work. So I understand why they're protesting because there's a lot of people, and not just in Pennsylvania, but a lot of states through the same thing. They have no money. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you folks have seen videos on Facebook of food pantries where there was like thousands of cars. So you start to think, well, I have kids to feed, what are you supposed to do? So I understand their frustration. I wouldn't call them idiots because they're frustrated. But that we haven't gotten anything either. We haven't gotten anything either. So I understand. So I'm not going to get frustrated, honestly. And we don't know how bad their situation may honestly be. So really, I'm not going to judge people for they don't know what else to do. Part of the problem is there's not enough adequate tests. And I know some people are very iffy about that and say, like, well, no one should be forced to, get tested. I'm not saying anything about forcing people to be tested, but if you expect your employees to come back to your job, wouldn't it give them some peace of mind if everyone that worked there was tested so the employer knew and the employees know that it's somewhat safe to come back to their job rather than going into a plant blind because there's not enough testing and not enough tests for people? I mean, I know some people who really were fearful about going back to work after 2 weeks because their thought is, well, I can't go and get tested. You have to be like half dying to maybe get tested. So that makes it very, very hard for people to honestly just, be like, yeah, I need to go back to work. It's such a mess all the way around. Everything is a total mess because everything is so new. It's a new virus. It's a new way for us of living. It is a it's a whole new set of rules to live by. All right, give me a moment, guys. For whatever weird reason here, my phone was fully charged, and now I have to put it on a backup. So hold on 1 second here. It's a very, yeah, hang on. I'm, how to say this. I'm not fearful of going out. I'm very anxious. Okay, why is this not turning on? Oh my God. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I have a portable charger, and oh, come on. That weird sound you hear. Oh, stop. Okay, I'm trying to see here. Oh, what in the hell? I'm sorry, guys. Literally, my battery just drained in this phone in like 10 minutes. And I cannot tell if this is charging or not. This is absolutely crazy. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to be bringing my video indoors because I am going to have to put this back on the charger. So, everyone, you're coming for a with me. I guess, yeah, the outdoor idea, not quite meant to be. So, bear with. I really was looking forward to sitting out here, but yeah, it's, I don't know, my darn, I don't know, draining so fast. So, give me a moment, coming back indoors. Oh my gosh. All right. you guys. Okay, let me get my phone back in here, my cord. All right, there we go. That should be. Oh, you got a new phone. That's awesome. That is awesome. What kind of phone did you get? See, this phone right here is, stop. This phone right here is my government phone. I can't use my Samsung Galaxy on my tripod because it won't fit on it with the wallet I have my phone in. So I can't use that phone on this tripod. It only stretches out so far, and well, he wants to get the economy going, and he basically is leaving it up to each state to decide when and how they're going to reopen. And um, a lot of people are, flipping about it like it's too soon. And I do agree with that because, like in my town, there is still a good percentage of people in the hospital. But as I was saying a few minutes ago, I understand that is frustrating for people too. They're waiting, they're waiting for money that they're not getting, and what are you supposed to do? Which is why I said I'm not going to turn around and call protesters idiots because it honestly, we don't know their situation. Now, some of the people act like idiots. That's true. I no argument from me there with that. Some of them, I think, go not because they honestly believe in, what they're there for, but just to be loudmouth, obnoxious assholes. So, yeah, it's very, I don't know how to say it. It's very it's very uncertain. Everything right now is uncertain. And that really is why people are protesting and people are rioting, and it's just it's just crazy. So yeah, I mean, now like some states like Florida, they had their beaches open with certain hours. So there's a lot of people that are not happy about that. I can understand that. However, if there was a way to make sure that people did keep a distance from each other and maybe had a time limit of an hour, then it would not be such a bad thing. I mean, If we had a beach, I'll be honest, I would go for a walk on it too. After having been cooped up all winter, yeah, a beach would sound nice. Yeah, go ahead. So it's a very, it's a very tough call on things because there's like such a divided opinion about it, and no one is wrong. That's the thing. No one is wrong. I mean, people saying, no, our state shouldn't open up if we're not ready for it. Well, they're not wrong in saying that. But then again, the people that are frustrated and say that, goodbye, honey. I'll see you tomorrow. Um, that was my son Bobby leaving. Um, like, they're not wrong either because some of them were probably in very dire circumstances. I'm sure many people can vouch that the unemployment system in a lot of states right now is ridiculous. It's been having all kind of problems. People aren't getting their money, and I mean, people need money to live on. So it, they're not wrong either. Well, for the people who say that it's a hoax, okay, here's my thoughts on that. For the people who say it's a hoax, well, then it's one hell of an elaborate hoax. And it's such an elaborate hoax that we have all kind of doctors and nurses in on it too. That's elaborate of a hoax it is. And I guess the people who lost people, that's all a hoax. Those type of people are just, they're out there. That's just all I can say. They're out there. I I won't give them a name. I'll just say that they're out there. Because how do you um, justify that this is a hoax? How? Is China in on the hoax? South Korea? Italy. Okay, if it's such a hoax, then was Italy part of the hoax too? And I guess Canada is, and France. And what would be the purpose of this to all be a hoax? Well, there's some people out there that believe that something about like the government and having to do with a presidential election. And like, I don't even have time to listen to this nonsense. Hello, Terry. How are you? Well, Rachel, we haven't even gone through all the way the first wave. Here, they're thinking that the second wave would happen in the fall. Now, I don't believe that this is all a hoax. I truly don't. And I'm not basing that on anything that I've read online. But when my town and my mayor say that we're a hotspot and implement a curfew, then I definitely believe that there's a reason to take this seriously. Exactly, Rachel, exactly. So it is, it's just crazy how some of these people think and argue about everything, though. honestly. They really do. These are the type of people that have an argument for everything. For example, oh, you shouldn't keep the schools closed. How are people and kids going to get immunity if they're not exposed to it? Well, this isn't chickenpox. And yes, I remember like by the time parents realized their kids were developing chickenpox, their siblings were exposed, classmates were exposed. And yes, a lot of kids would get it, but it was chickenpox. And most kids got through chickenpox. So these type of people, though, use that mentality, that way of thinking, like, well, people are going to get sick of something and die. They're going to get sick of something and die. And it's like, are you insane? Would you feel that way if, someone said that about mother or your grandparents? Like, I just don't understand when it comes to that mentality and that way of thinking. Like, really, you're that much of a selfish asshole that you don't care about other people except yourself. This is something that can bring out the best in some people. I hate to say it. And it's going to bring out the worst in a lot of people. It really is. Because some people just, I don't know, just have a different idea about everything and a different opinion. Hello, Eric. How are you, honey? I made my own masks. My son Bobby actually gave me a few he got for free, and I ordered a few off of Boba. I hope I get them soon. And I said in the video yesterday when I was walking around the cemetery, I said, whoever would have thought sometime I'm going to be doing a mask haul? Like, really? I think what it boils down to for a lot of people is economics, the money issue of it. In some areas, crime is going like through the roof, crazy. People are getting held up for money, and people are robbing stores, and it's just getting crazy. And I mean, I'm not condoning that by any way or means, no. But again, if you're out of work for 5, 6 weeks, you don't have stamps, you don't have cash, well, you're desperate. I mean, you've got to be pretty desperate to go rob someplace, but if you have a family to feed and that is the only thing you can honestly think of, I guess you will do whatever you need to do. I'm definitely not saying that it's right. I'm not. And the systems are just not able to handle the onslaught of people for unemployment, people applying for food stamps, and people trying to call their banks, like trying to get info. And it also doesn't help that every time you turn around, there's something contradictory you'll see posts. Now, I would hope most people have enough common sense to not get their news from Facebook. truthfully. Like if you're going to get news about your state or, your area. Good evening, Linda. How are you? If you're going to get information about your area, I would seriously hope you watch um, your own TV stations, your own, listen to your own representatives and governors and things. So you get factual information and not what some weird site put on Facebook. But what confuses people too is a lot of, hello, Linda Williams, Linda L. Hello. What even confuses me at times, I'll be honest. I get confused too because weeks ago we were told masks wouldn't help us. Then they changed their tune on that. Oh, everybody should wear a mask. Okay. Now, stores locally are like, well, you can't come into the store unless you're wearing a mask. All right. Now, there's several different trials going on, clinical trials. And there's people going around saying there's a cure. I don't believe there is a cure. I do believe that maybe some people are helped by some medication. In China, they did different cocktails of meds with people, and certain things helped maybe one group of people, certain things helped another group of people. But do we have a cure? No, I don't believe that we do. But then again, a lot of people bring up something worth noting. Well, Eric, I get below 10,000 and I have not received mine yet. I thought maybe they were going by alphabetical order with them, but my son Robert got his before me, and his letter is only one initial before mine. So I don't know. I don't. I think if you're on Social Security or anything like that, they were like depositing things at a different time, but then that changes. But see, here's the thing. Every time you watch a news brief, whether it's presidential or say your own officials in your state, okay, do they wear masks? No, no, no. Do they distance themselves on the stages? No, not really. You'll see three, four people crowd around the podium. Well, where's the distancing? I mean, and think about it. These people are up in front of cameras 5 days a week, been doing this for weeks now, but nobody's sick. And I've noticed that, like with the presidential reports that Trump gives, like everybody is like around him, very, very close. Isn't anyone afraid? Really? I mean, think about that just for a moment. So everybody is comfortable there. Everyone is okay. Nobody is sick. Okay. But why? Why are you that confident? Why is the general population supposed to live and act like, oh, I could be infected, you could be infected, we all could be infected. We all need to wear masks and gloves and stay so many feet away. But our officials are perfectly okay getting up on the stage and talking and being surrounded by several people. day in, day out, and yet nobody seems concerned about the distancing aspect of it. Why is that? I cannot help but have that bug the hell out of me in the back of my mind. What is going on here? On my state level, I mean, at least when my mayor did a live video with a state representative, they had to be about 10 feet apart from each other at the conference table, more than 6 feet apart. But yet, our governor, would come out with the doctor and they would be close together. And these presidential reports, there's Dr. Burks, and everybody is like very, very close. There is no distancing. Why are they not bothered about that? Now, maybe in a way, I'm just making something out of nothing, but my way of thinking is if you're going to be in the public eye day in, day out, shouldn't you be practicing what you expect the general public to be doing? That maybe Dr. Burke should be at least 3, 4 feet over. And when she needs to talk, you know, come up and talk. Why is everybody like huddled, together? I don't understand that. I don't know. That just blows my mind. And even when my governor was doing that, it just bugged me because it makes no sense. How are these people so comfortable being so close to each other? I don't know. Everything is just so different now, and I don't really think life is going to quote unquote go back to the way it was. I don't see how it could because this virus may become part of what we are going to have to deal with every flu season. So to turn around and basically, say like, oh, when things get back to normal, how are they going to get back to normal? I don't see it. If people are going to have to wear masks for months and you can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to a concert, there's no movies, you cannot go like into a mall shopping, how is life going to get back to normal? If you have to wear a mask at your job, how it's going to be a new normal, but it's not going to be the normal we had before. Now, I I seen something on Facebook, and I didn't get the opportunity to actually fact check it, but I'm sure other people seen this too. And they basically were saying that quarantine and social distancing could become a thing until 2022. I almost fell off my chair when I read that. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, hell no, 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 no. I could never ever see anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone, live in your house for 2 years and go out maybe limited times, not be able to go see your family, not be able to go see a friend. I just would hope it doesn't get to that, seriously. But I was curious, well, why did they pick 2022? They're saying that by next year, fall, we should have a vaccine, which would be 2021. So, where did this article come up with the year 2022? Didn't really say why they particularly picked that year. Linda, no one can cope with quarantine for that long. Eventually, people are just going to be like, and I'm saying even people that have, pre-existing conditions or something are going to be like, the hell with this. Because at some point, you're just going to be so fed up of being in your house. And where do you draw the line in enforcing it? I don't know if anybody has watched a few interviews with, oh, I can't think of the gentleman's name. I'm going to have to ask my son Bobby his name. But it was an interview that he caught with this guy. He's from the World Health Organization. And he was saying something about they may have to go door to door to make sure that people are following social distancing at home. So the woman that was interviewing this guy, was like, wait a minute, at home? In their house. And the gentleman was like, well, yes, you should be following it at home. And she was like, but if no one is sick, why would you need to distance yourself from your spouse or your children? What are you, suggesting? And this man basically said that if the virus, I guess, gets too out of hand, the World Health Organization would take it, I guess, to the extreme and go door to door. And I guess take people's temperatures or something. I mean, it was just crazy. And I thought, the average person, any country, US, UK, Canada, the average person is not just going to let some official come to their door and basically just demand an order, especially here in the US. A lot of people have guns. And a lot of people are going to be like, really? You think you're just going to come strolling in my home and, you know, force me to submit to whatever? Well, I have a surprise for you. Wait a minute. Let me go in my room, get my mask, and come out with a rifle or something and be like, get the hell off my property kind of scenario. So that would not be very wise. But it's very concerning that someone affiliated with an organization like that would think so radical. So it's very concerning that there is people out there that think along those lines, because that almost sounds eerily similar to what they were doing in China. I watched a few documentaries, and that, I mean, I, seen them like they would go door to door and they're taking people's temperatures and filling out these questionnaires. And then people, they had to have their temperature taken again. again. And people had to, get their temperature taken going into a store. It was just crazy. Before they even got in a store, they had their temperature taken like 4 times, 3, 4 times. And I get it was all a precaution, but yet that was just crazy. Oh, really, Judy? How low is it? Judy, how low is it? Can you hear me a little bit better now? Can you hear me now? Is that really? Oh, wow. And I am actually talking a little bit louder than what I normally do. Hello, Amber. Well, that could also be me too, unfortunately, because with this goofy weather, my allergies. One day I'm stuffed up, I could hardly breathe, and I feel like I have a frog in my throat. Then I'm just another day like today, my nose is running all darn day, and I've been carrying around paper towels and tissues and napkins with me throughout the day. And then when I talk a little bit too loud, I feel like my voice is draining a little bit. And that's basically just from the irritation of my nose just running, running, running all day today. Like, oh my God, stop. Make up your mind. Either I'm congested or I'm draining and be done with it. Leave me alone. I hate I hate the weather when one week it is 60 some degrees and I, my sinuses were fantastic. Then 4 days later, it's down to 28 degrees at night. And my sinuses just started all over again. My allergies decided to kick in, and it's like, oh, make up your mind. So I apologize. That honestly could be me because um, if I'm talking what I feel is like maybe a little bit too high, it feels like I'm straining my throat a little bit. So I've been drinking like a lot of coffee and tea today, and that's just simply because of all the drip I have. So my question is, and I know each and every one of you guys are from different areas. So my question is, when do you think it will be safe for life to resume somewhat normal? Will it be when there's a vaccine? Will it be when everyone can be tested? When do you think, for your particular area, it will be better and life can resume somewhat? Hello, Maria. How are you? August? Hmm. Yeah, I think summer is going to be a total bust. I really do. Um, Ticketmaster is starting May 1st refunding 18,000 um, tickets to people for all different shows and concerts that obviously are not going to occur. Yeah, I am asking honestly, Judy. I'm just curious. Now, you seem to think that it's going to get worse with a vaccine. Can I ask why? Why do you feel a vaccine is going to make things worse?
I have a question for you. Why do you want things to go back to normal? Normal wasn't working for us. Normal was broken.
Well, hang on, Ronnie. But no, Judy, I'm curious though. Like you were saying, a vaccine would make it worse. How would a vaccine make things worse?
Because what if there's people that are allergic to the vaccine? There's people that can't take it.
Well, I'm not going to overreact to your answer. I mean, I, am just curious. I mean, I understand there's people that, well, now, yes, you are right, Amber. That is true. That is true. With a normal like flu vaccine, that is true. It is hit or miss. I've been fortunate, so I do understand. It is that is hit or miss. But I mean, for people who are considered at risk, wouldn't a treatment or something like that um, wouldn't it be beneficial for that segment of a population? I mean, there's risk with everything. We all know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand that. Yes, that is a plus, Rachel. You're right. That is a plus. That is very true, Amber. You are right. Yes, there are people that do have reactions to things like that. There are children that do, and there are adults that do. That is that is true. But my my thing is, how are people supposed to go back to work at some point safely so that they don't get infected and bring something home? Um, Nobody would really want to go to work if literally they're afraid that they're going to catch something. So wouldn't something, be, I mean, beneficial considering how deadly this is? I'm going to have to look into that, Judy. Thank you. I do love to poke around and I do like to investigate things, so thank you very much. I will look into that. Um, yeah, you're right, Amber. You're right. I guess it's like, um, how lucky do you feel? Not a good situation to be in, but it's also not a good situation for a country to be in either. I will definitely look into that, Judy. Thank you. I mean, like I said earlier, I know people who were like really scared to go back to work. And even with wearing a mask. Um, One of my friends said in her job, she cannot social distance, that there's people, I guess, next to her, maybe 2, 3 feet away, someone behind her, 2, 3 feet away. And even with the mask and gloves, she is still around people. So she's very, very concerned because she has several kids and certainly doesn't want to bring something home to her children or to her husband. So it's such a it's such a crazy time in the world. Like I said, I mean, yeah, there's a few, I guess for lack of a better word, I would say people who just want to get um, their picture in the media went to Harrisburg. But I don't doubt, honestly, that some of these people went because they are stretched to the limit financially and want to work but can't. And I mean, yes, I think people's lives obviously are more important than the economy. But by the same token, if nobody is working, there won't be any economy. There won't be food down the road because nobody is working to produce it, manufacture the packaging and this and that. And I mean, it's in one sense, it is loosely tied in with everything going on. I mean, you can't just go on like one side of the fence and say, no, shut the whole country down for whatever, because that just would not be financially feasibly possible. If you shut the country down, if you were literally to close off every road, well, how is food going to get delivered? How is medical supplies going to get delivered? So it's just not something that you can just be on one side of the fence or the other with. It's kind of like a big gray area.
So for everyone in my mom's video, that was me. Was talking earlier. Hi, hello. You can't see me, but I'm across from her.
Yeah, Ronnie is sort of like behind my cell phone.
I'm behind her phone. Hello.
That is true. It's just like such a complicated time. What happened?
Your cookie thing slid off.
Oh, okay. The club sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were good, but like I said, I had three of them, and it was just way too much chocolate in one small thing for me. But they are good.
Sweet Tea said hello, Ronnie.
I don't know who that is, but thank you.
He said thank you. Unfortunately, yes, some states are little by little. The thing is, a lot of people say it is too soon, and I do agree with that. And the reason I say that is like just from, okay, where we live, there is still over, I believe, 30 people in our local hospital that have this virus. That's a decrease, but it is still,
Well, he why is it?
that is still a, a good amount for the size of our hospital. And it's the idea that there was, for example, a local meat packing plant. There was over 100 people
Okay.
that tested positive, so the plant was shut down. Now, if you look at how South Korea got a grasp on the virus when it first started showing up there, they had drive-through testing.
Mom, they even have booths. They South Korea even has booths, actual booths where a technician is in with those things with a like you put your arms in gloves and it's testing done instantly right then and there. They have them in South Korea.
Oh, so they're doing the blood work?
Yeah, blood work.
Oh,
And with these booths, it takes a half hour for the blood work to results to come back saying whether you have it or not.
oh, wow. See, okay, so that just emphasizes my point that, like, South Korea was on the ball and they didn't waste any time. They realized in order to get a grasp on everything, you have to test people because you need to know who has it, who doesn't, who needs to be quarantined, who were they in contact with, who do they live with, where do they work. The only way you're going to get a good fix on something like this is to be drastic. And it's like ironic that, they got a better grip on it than the United States did. And I'm not placing blame on anything or anyone. I'm just saying that we were not anywhere near prepared as we should have been. So, knowing that, I am still trying to wrap my mind around why is it so hard to get these tests where they need to be. Now, I read that there's a drive-through test site up by the Mohegan Sun Arena. As far as I know, that is um, the first one here in uh, my area, but that excludes a lot of people. One, if you don't drive, you don't have a car. How is that really going to help you? There was originally two testing sites here in town that were testing a good amount of people each day. But from what I understand, because they're running low on tests, they consolidated it into um, one site. So I just don't understand why there's such a shortage of tests. I don't quite understand that. I just never did. Why aren't they being Yeah, the drive-through testing. Yeah, well, Not here, not in my area. Mohegan's Arena is the first drive-through um, testing here in this area that I'm aware of. So if that's more common in other areas, then I guess I don't know, somehow, some way they're handling it differently. And that's the thing too. Each state is doing things differently. Like New York, I mean, handling it, very tough one way. And then, you have Florida that was like very, very lax. Um, it just seems to be like so much. I don't want to say failure. I want to say so much um, trying to find the word here, what I'm looking for. There's just so much unpreparedness. People, I guess, didn't know how to administer the tests, and then people need to be trained to administer them. And it's just like, oh my God. And then the the fact that there isn't enough of these tests, and my video is dragging. I see my video is dragging.
Lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging. I don't know why, but it is. That there's people who could be really, really sick, and a doctor may still not want to get them tested. So, how can you have an accurate number of how many people have it if you don't have enough tests to test everyone in a certain area, in a town, or in a county, for example? I mean, God forbid, I would want to know if I had it. I would want to know if I maybe at some point have been exposed to it. And I know like a lot of people are not keen on testing, and I understand that. But I mean, supposing your job depended on it. Yeah, here's a good question. Suppose you were allowed to go back to work, but you had to be tested. Would you say no and not have that job to go back to? Or would you say, okay, would it give you peace of mind if, you worked with everyone that tested negative as compared to walking into a job and really not knowing who may test positive? Oh, I've read some horror stories, Judy, about the ventilators. Some people that were like hallucinating after they got off of the ventilators and had nightmares, and they lost like part of their memory for a while, track of time. Some people it takes weeks till they feel somewhat like they used to mentally, depending on how long they were on a respirator. So Yeah, I mean, that's a terrifying thing. You're sedated. And I guess depending on how heavily sedated you are, that's um, being in limbo like that. Yeah, very terrifying. Terrifying. I don't know. Oh, I believe that. Absolutely. I couldn't even begin to imagine the damage that they can do. And then think too that at one point it was so critical in New York, two people were sharing a ventilator, that they split them somehow so that one ventilator was helping two people. That's scary. That's very scary. Okay, my somebody is sending me a message on Messenger. I'm trying to close this out. Um, and it's not closing out for me. I'm sorry about that.
Just can't think it's coming on this phone, but alright.
Well, it's actually on both phones because of the Messenger. Hang on, guys. Messenger is just like trying to open up here, and I'm not touching it. I'm trying to close it the hell out for a moment. Um, it's like it's frozen, half open, half not. Like, what the hell is it doing? Come on, get off already. I don't know. It's just taking its sweet natured time here. It's like it froze on my phone. Oh my god, hang on, guys. This is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Come on, get off. Get off my damn screen. Yeah, well, close. Close the app. I didn't want it open. Get. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with Facebook Messenger. It's just being an idiot. I'm trying to close it, but it's not closing. And it keeps saying Messenger isn't responding. Well, I didn't open it. So bear with me here. I'm trying to get it the hell off my phone to get off the damn screen. This is absolutely crazy. No, I don't. Oh my god. Come on. Get off the damn phone. This is just insane. It completely took over my phone. Like it refuses to close, Ronnie. I'm telling you, this is absolutely nuts. It's like frozen on my phone.
Then fucking turn your screen on and off.
Um, I'm just trying to close it out, and it's not. It's what in the hell is going on with my phone? Okay, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. I don't even know what to do here. Come on. I don't care who sent what. Get the hell off of my phone. I am so sorry, guys. This is just absolutely crazy. Close the app. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Messenger isn't responding. And that's all it keeps saying. Messenger isn't responding. Why did it open? Oh my god. Look at this shit. Okay, I think I'm going to be uninstalling. Sorry about that, guys. I really am sorry. That was just absolutely bizarre. I'm so sorry, guys. Hello, Audrey. Good night, Geraldine. I'm sorry about that. That was just totally weird. Messenger opened up and froze and just would not get the hell off my screen.
Maybe because you're recording?
I'm not recording, I'm live.
Well, that could be also like
I don't know, honey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but Ronnie, I didn't have Messenger open. I opened up on its own and then it froze on the screen. I couldn't get it up. That's why I was yelling. Because it literally, like, somebody sent me a message, but instead of it just like notifying me up on top that I got a message, it literally
Yes.
opened up.
Yes, but it'll do that because of you being in Facebook Live.
I'm not. I'm on my YouTube, a live chat.
You just said
I
you
said
hear yourself.
Facebook Messenger opened up,
No,
Ronnie.
you just told me you were live, Facebook Live.
No, I didn't say. I said live on YouTube, not Facebook. I said Facebook Messenger just popped up on my phone
Whatever, I'm done.
and opened up. And that was just crazy. I said, like, I didn't know why it did that. It was just bizarre.
I don't got the emotional fucking patience for this.
Good night, Geraldine. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, that was weird. Very, very weird. Um, I may cut this chat a little bit short because my phone is
Why can't you use your laptop? Why are you using?
giving me some. I don't know what. I don't know what exactly is going on.
Do you want to use my phone?
No, 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 no. Yeah, I think I'm going to, like, in in like 12 minutes, in an hour and 30 minutes, I'm gonna end the chat. The my past couple of videos, yes, I did notice that I keep freezing. Yes, but the reason I didn't use my laptop tonight is something is going on with my laptop, and some it makes this unusual sound. And in several of my videos, people have mentioned it to me, like, what is that noise? What is that sound? And it just randomly occurs in my laptop. I don't know what it is. It happens whether I have my laptop connected to the chill pad or not, it still does it. I mean, my laptop is working. I don't have an issue with it, but the sound that it makes, um, unfortunately, has started to come through on some of my videos. So I was hoping by maybe doing some of my videos more with the cell phone, um, maybe it would give my laptop a little bit of a break because I've been using it hard.
Hey, how would you like that?
And just, I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe something with my operating system on my laptop. I don't know. It was funny that you said that. Do 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 do. Yeah, really, really weird. Very weird. Like Messenger never did that before. Um, Now on my laptop, sometimes Cortana opens up on its own. I think I've actually said even in one or two videos, I'll be recording and Cortana just opens up listening and it's like, no, get out of here. Don't want to deal with you. A lot of weird, creepy things go on with technology. I don't know why, but they do. watch a few of them videos about Alexas, and you'll definitely agree that technology could be creepy. So yeah, I do apologize, guys. I don't know what was going on with my phone. Um, but yeah, that's why I didn't use my laptop tonight. I'm trying to figure out what the issue might be as far as this. It's like a whirring sound. It almost sounds like a fan running. Is what it almost sounds like, and it lasts for like 30-45 seconds and then it stops. So I'm actually going to contact the company that I had the warranty through, because it was a reconditioned laptop, and see if maybe they could walk me through some troubleshooting to try and figure out tomorrow if anything might be going on with it and why it's doing that. I know, Audrey, I know it does sound like do 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 do, kind of weird stuff. And that wasn't my intent. No, was not my intent to have any weird heebie-jeebie stuff happen with my cell phone. So I want to thank everybody who was on the chat. Um, I enjoyed talking with you all, and what could I say? It's a very unusual time that we're all living through. And each day is going to bring something new. Try not to stress about it, but yet at the same time, don't believe everything that you read. Try to glean some truth out of things for yourself. Well, everyone, please stay safe and be careful. I enjoyed talking with everyone tonight. Oh, okay, Judy. Okay. So that is what happened with my messenger. Okay, thank you for telling me that, Judy. Thank you. I know for next time. So good night, everyone. Um, enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys in my next video, my next Earth Day DIY. That will be probably tomorrow evening. I will be uploading that video. So good night, everyone, and stay safe. I'm trying to end the stream. Okay, here. What, yes.